So we've been working together for about a year now, actually. So my question to you is, how would you describe kind of what coaching is to someone else?
It's a good question.
And I guess it's not sports coaching, which is maybe the world you'd normally, but the world of, I'm a business coach, but how would you describe that?
And I think it's an interesting comparison in that sense, because, I think a lot of sports people wouldn't do without a coach. So there's some sports that you might have learned at school that, you've got the basics for, but if you want to improve, you might get a coach. Or some people, if they want to participate in something new, they think, oh, I'll get a coach. And I suppose business is pretty similar. I know you like your sports analogies. It's that similar in the sense of, if you want to get better at something, have a different kind of conversation. For me, this is the first time I'd worked with a business coach. It's not really something I'd particularly thought much about. It was a friend that had said to me, have you ever thought about this? And we were connected through mutual connections on LinkedIn. And I saw the videos, I saw what you did. And for me, I know my personality, working with somebody that I like, that I respect, and that I think we'd get on with is really, really important to me, where I think there's that shared values. And you having those videos on your LinkedIn channel was really helpful for me, because I feel like I then got a sense of your personality. So I had a chat with my chairperson and I said, I think I might get some business coaching, and she had great ideas, HR's her thing, leadership, she had loads of ideas. And I was like, no, I want to work with this person. She's like, but you haven't met them before. And I was like, I know, but I think that's the person I want. And I love working with you. I find you entertain me, which is also a winner. I have a good laugh, which is good. That's not the first part of it. But I think you asked me questions, not just questions that I wouldn't ask myself, but that I wouldn't think to ask myself. And that's the only space that I have where I think about things. So the change that you've made in how I think about improving myself to improve the work that we do as an organisation is huge. But also just in clearing my head and structuring my diaries. Like pretty much in every session that we have, we collectively work on something that I then use to change what we do. So I think the power that that's brought to a different perspective for me in challenging the way I think is huge, but they're not isolated things, which I think is probably the biggest thing for me. So diary is something we've talked about a lot, diary management. So I've tried lots of different things about managing my diary and lots of different things about a to-do list. So I've tried lots of tips or lots of processes, but they've never operated as a system where everything then works together. And I find that that's what you're doing in helping me in a number of ways. It's not just helping here, but it's how these bits all connect together, that actually things work together more collectively. So it's not just been helpful, but I really enjoy it. You add value to what I do every day, and I really enjoy working with you. So if anybody is looking for a coach, I certainly recommend it from that part, but I couldn't recommend you highly enough. I love working with you.
That's really kind.
Thanks for all the help you've done so far, and sorry for all the problems that I'm still going to have in the future that hopefully you'll help me with.
No, well, thank you. That was very kind words, and I just love the fact that you're making such a big impact doing what you're doing. So thank you for that.
Thank you for helping me make that impact.
All right. Cheers.